Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, you read the title, you saw the thumbnail. Former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, this past weekend shared and confirmed the allegations that's been out there practically the whole year. Some people are in support of Deontay Wilder, some people are not of his statements. Some people just want to see the fight, the trilogy, and some people just don't want to see the fight. You know, there's a lot of mixed emotions with Deontay Wilder. And I want to say this, and I want y'all to really, really listen to me, all right? And right here, this content, this video right here, if you have emotional issues right now, just check your emotions right now. Because the things what I'm about to say, I want y'all to really listen to it and really, think. Take it in right here. Don't take it into the heart, all right? Y'all already know, man. There's a saying, men make decisions with their minds, boys make decisions with their hearts, and that has to do with listening as well. So I want you to humble your minds on this one. For the people that may look at the thumbnail and whatever, oh man, he's gonna go at Deontay Wilder like some other people. Nah, check this out. Again, I believe that Deontay Wilder made a big mistake, a huge mistake in this sense. But first, let Tupac, Machiavelli the Don, say a couple words so I could start it off with. Go ahead, Pac.
I mean, be to yourself. Stay to yourself. Trust nobody. Trust nobody. After dog. You know what I mean? Straight up. My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. Be to yourself. Stay to yourself. Trust nobody.
Look.
Trust.
So, you heard Pac talk about trust. Don't trust nobody. Trust nobody. Now, in a recent interview, Deontay Wilder was talking about that he gave Tyson Fury his word. His word. Now, we all understand that boxing is a gentleman's sport. If y'all don't know that, that's of course the sweet science is, the element of the sport, but it's a gentleman's sport as well. Deontay Wilder kept his word like a man with morals and integrity does. It's like Tony Montana. What Tony Montana said? All I have is my word and my balls, and I don't break them for nobody, right? All I have is my word and my ball, and I don't break them for nobody. So that's Deontay Wilder. He kept his word with a man that has morals, character, principles, and integrity. A man keeps his word. The big mistake is that boxing don't have integrity. That boxing don't have morality. Boxing never had it. Boxing is the most corrupted sport in American history. Maybe the whole world. But we all understand that the people that know boxing, pugilists of the sport, hardcore boxing fans, you know that corruption in the sport of 100 plus years old, y'all already know, man, that boxing is corrupted. So the worst thing to do in a corrupted sport, in a corrupted environment, is have morals or share your morals with other people, or have integrity, show respect. Now, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to have it. I'm not saying that Deontay Wilder shouldn't have it. What I'm saying is that you're dealing with people in the sport that are savages. Savages. It's corrupted. So you can't have and have this principle of that's my word. Shake your hand, look in your face, don't need no money, don't need no nothing. Just here is my word, and you should trust it. You understand what I'm trying to say? If a man gives you his word, that's all he needs. But not in boxing. Not in boxing. And if you felt the history of Tyson Fury, in which there is several hiccups in his career, that wouldn't be the right man to choose to give his word, for you to give your word. And you understand what I'm trying to say? In the same sense, I don't like to bring race into the equation, but it seems like in the world, race is what everybody want to talk about. And even though that me personally, I always say that it's one race. We're one race. And what makes us beautiful, what makes us tasteful is the cultures. The thing that makes us beautiful is the different cultures. We all buffet, but we're one race. But I understand a lot of people don't want to think like that. And a lot of people are proud that they want to be either black, white, Asian. They want to be divided like that. They like their separatism movement. They like the separatism fight. So I got to speak like that so we can all be understood. So let's say like that. Deontay Wilder is a very proud black man. Very proud. And those of his fans love that about him as well. Call himself their king. It's a king, which everybody is. We're all in the image of God. And I know that Deontay Wilder as well always have, you know, his religion and his Christianity and believe in Jesus Christ out in his sleeve. I relate that with Tyson, with Deontay Wilder. That's what I like about Deontay Wilder, because I respect him as a man, more so as a fighter, as the man. The father, a man's man, family orientated, God fearing. I respect men like that. I relate to human beings like that. So I say this: if you go that route into saying, like you said in one of your videos, I don't know if it was a barbershop or 78, but he was talking about that, you know, we got to stick together. Talking about the black man, that we got to stick together and things of that nature. I understand that. But as a Christian man and a man of God, God don't look at color. God look at us as sons and daughters of him. We're sons and daughters. We're all distant relatives. God is not going to be like, hey guys, when it's Judgment Day, black people on this side, white people on this side, make your line. Asian people, Chinese, Vietnamese, Cantonese, Korean, Philippines, on this side, just form up. Latinos, Hispanic, Spain, Argentinian, Dominican, Cuban. Hey, line it up. No. We're one race. But if Deontay Wilder speaks that he's there and sticking together, he did a mistake again right there. His mistake is, if you're going to speak and work together, then you would have gave Anthony Joshua that shot. See, the Anthony, you had that, you said in the interview, Deontay Wilder said in the interview that he could have got more money with Anthony Joshua, but he gave Tyson Fury his word. I know it's kind of difficult to choose whether to break bread with your brother or keep your word with Tyson Fury. Now they want to make it a racial thing. If y'all want to see where I'm talking about in this racial sense, you see, Tyson Fury is Caucasian. Tyson Fury is a gypsy. Tyson Fury is from Ireland, UK. I'm sure. His trainer JD is Caucasian, I believe so. The trainer that he booted was Mark Breland, a black man, and a respectable black man in this industry. So, manager Shelly Finkel. So, I think if it would break bread, it would have been good to break bread with Anthony Joshua, your brother. Because when you in there in the ring, y'all actually just breaking bread in reality. You know, Mike Tyson said once that he was talking to Deontay Tank Davis, the fighters to talk among themselves and, you know, and make the fight. And I believe that Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and if there was hiccups within negotiations, y'all should have been as brothers and, meet each other in a place, in an office or whatever, talk amongst men, both of y'all. You understand what I'm trying to say? And plan it out. And negotiate yourselves and make sure that that Anthony Joshua goes back to Eddie Hearns or his handlers, and you go back to the handlers. I don't want no fights but me and Anthony Joshua. Make that fight happen now. That's it. It's only us. I don't want no other fight. Anthony Joshua, tell your people, say you don't want no other fight. We gonna fight undisputed. Now Deontay Wilder has a good heart, and it's hard to say that you have to be cold, but sometimes in life you got to do that. Sometimes you got to give tough love. Sometimes you got to act like you don't give a damn. And just because, and just like in the Bible, don't mean because you give something, and I'm not going to say what passage or things of that nature, or just natural being. Just because you give something, that doesn't mean you're going to get it right back. So just because you gave Tyson Fury a favor, that doesn't mean he's going to return that favor. You just got to be grateful and gracious and giving what you give him. Never expect to get something back. We already know that. So I think that's the biggest mistake, is that the biggest mistake that he kept his word and his principle in a field, in a surrounding, in a circle that is savage. You got to be a savage sometimes. You got to be a savage in the sport. Put it this way. You got to be a savage in the sport, because remember, in boxing, they say that this is a lonely sport. In boxing, they say this is a lonely sport. It is. It is a lonely sport. And you always got to think that, just like what Pac was saying earlier, don't trust nobody. Don't trust nobody. There's only one element you should trust, and that is God Almighty, and you already know. And this ain't no throwing shades at kids or wife and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, when it's judgment day, it's you and God. That's it. You're not going there with your kids. You're not going there with your wife. It's you and your personal relationship with God and the will and your relationship. That's the best investment that anybody can make out there. I always say the best investment you can make is strengthen, build a bond with God. And I want to clarify myself in one of my live shows, when I was talking about that other races come in this country, right? And I'm talking about races. Other races come to this country. And the African American here have struggled, and we know the history of the struggle of the black man in this country. We know the struggle. We know the struggle that the black man has suffered in every continent, everywhere in this world. Also, but yet, let's not neglect that everybody else around the world struggle too. That everybody, every corner of the world, every corner of the world has oppressor and oppressor. Remember that the whole world was built off slavery. And you know what? Sometimes we just got to keep going, got to keep pushing, got to keep working, got to keep fighting to make things right. And I'm not saying that we can't fight, but I'm also saying that we all got to take advantage of the opportunity for those who fought for us. I say it a lot in past videos and things of that nature, that nobody has the green light, no race has the green light to be racist. No matter what happened, no matter what happened in history and things of that nature. So it's not about letting it go, but it's about moving forward. I don't believe that, in my opinion, that black needs to fight just for the black and needs to keep himself for each other, or whites got to do the same thing and have their separate movement, their separate fight. That's why, in reality, this world is falling. Nobody is going nowhere. Nobody. You know why? Because the best movement is to go to God's direction. That's the movement. It's to return to the Father. That's the movement. So the more a community is just fighting for themselves and another community fighting for themselves, and it either is a black movement, a white movement, a Latin movement, an immigrant movement, a gay movement, or women rights movement, any movement. At the end of the day, the number one movement we should all follow is the return of our God. And that's why the world it is where it is. That's why we can't go over we can't go over the hump. That's why we can't reach the mountaintop. Because the mountaintop is heaven. That's the mountaintop. That's my mountaintop. And I wish that that's the mountaintop for everybody else. So I want to clarify what I said in my live show about, I said that other nations, other people from different parts of the world, either communists, either third world country, that come to this country. And this is what I mean about being cold. This is what I mean about being cold. That nobody, time don't give a damn about nobody. Time don't give a damn about nobody's struggle. Time. And the people that has come into this country because they feel like they're gonna have a better life, and they have the opportunity, people take advantage of America because there's opportunity. And there's people that fought for those opportunities. Now, in the live, I'm going to say it again, because what I'm saying is straight from the heart. See, I'm a person that give tough love. I ain't no fake. And I don't be around the bush or nothing like that. Nah, I tell you straight up. And that's what I mean in the beginning. If y'all gonna have some emotions, then don't listen. But if you want somebody to talk to you real, you want me to talk to you, you want real love, I got that real love with words. So when I tell y'all, when I tell a particular race that there's other races that come to this country, and there is a notion of that they don't want to hear sad story. I didn't just say mean by one race. I mean everybody don't want to hear nobody's sad story, because everybody here trying to survive. It's not about not understanding. See, it's a difference of understanding, but nobody want to hear it. Nobody going to stop it. Nobody's going to stop to gain what they got to gain. Nobody going to stop if a guy from a poor country comes to America. Like I said, he's not going to be like, and let's say for example, African American black people are people call it that they're not, I'm not going to say whining or nothing like or things of that nature, but I'm just saying that they're fighting and they're complaining or things of that nature. That's how some people see it, because from a poor country coming to America, they just see the opportunity. When they don't see people taking advantage of the opportunity, then you know what? They're going to be like, damn, what the fuck you doing? Or what the fuck y'all doing, man? In my country, I don't even got shoes. I never wear no sneakers for like 5-10 years. Then I come to this country and people complaining, you want to live in my country? That doesn't mean that there's no understanding, but I'm just saying that people come and they don't want to hear nobody really complain. Not about understanding, but that's the way they see it. I'm just telling you that that's the way they see it. And I'm going to tell you, because I have different cultures. I come from a Spanish culture, but yeah, I adopted a culture, I adopted a culture and the emotions of Black America as well. Because look at my damn skin color. I'm born and raised in Harlem, so I know what it is. I've adopted the emotions, but I grew up in other cultures as well. My heart is a melting pot. My family is a melting pot. So I could give you different type of perspective that if you just, like, say for example, a single race, that you might not have. But I'm here to tell you what's out there and what has been said and how people feel, because the other people can't say what I've been saying. You know why? Because they're going to perceive that's racist or things of that nature. But I'm just telling y'all, I'm just telling how it is. I'm just telling how it is. And the thing is, don't catch feelings if I say it, because you know what I'm saying. It's accurate. You gotta own more businesses. You gotta have better education. We gotta have better education. I'm talking about the black and brown in the inner cities, because of course we're Americanized. So a black man, a Latin man that's born here, we're Americanized. We're all the same in the gutter. But then there's other people that come from either Europe, either Africa, either the Caribbean and things of that nature. They come over here, man, and they don't give a damn. They gonna have their businesses. They're gonna have they're gonna create business. They're gonna create jobs. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: in America, there's a statistic that says that let's say black-owned companies. Yeah, there's the black-owned companies, but they only employ 100,000 in the whole America. That's too small. That's too little. A lot of things is about resources. It's about communication. It's about relationship. It's about resources. Black people is the connections to everybody. Black people is what brings other races together. Black people could tolerate the most, but that's a gift from God. They bring everybody together. Every corner of the world together. Y'all know that. We know that. So it's not about pulling back. Nah, that's the job of the black man. The black man creates a rhythm, a language, like music, motions, rhythm, that the whole world could understand. The black man is blessed. The black man is the origin. The black man is everybody. If the black man is the first man, then the first man has to we're the offspring of a black man, right? There's no such thing as a black man. There's no such thing as a white and Hispanic man. Just a man. And the more that we push all them little black, white, and Hispanics, or them naysay it, all that terminology, man, we just sons and daughters of God. And the more we think like that, and the more that we want to return back to God, we see the light. We see the light. Deontay Wilder, you're not the champion for your people. You're not the champion for blacks. You're the champion for everybody. You're the champion for everybody. In any corner of the world. When you're champion and you're still a champion, you're a champion for everybody. Don't what's the word? I'm sorry. I don't know the word. I have it in the tip of my tongue. All I'm saying is you're a champion for everybody. You're just not a champion for blacks. You're a son of God. You're a Christian man. So, I'm an American. I'm a patriot. You represent this country, won the bronze medal. You're my champion. You're my champion. I don't like if you're going to go out there and want that trilogy fight. I support it. If that's the end game, I support it. If that's the end game, that's all I worry about there. Everything else, as a brother, whether it's true or not, I don't want Deontay Wilder to look weak out there. So that's the reason why I don't want Deontay Wilder to say what he's been saying, whether it's true or false. At the end of the day, makes it look weak. And the champion of the world and the king, that is Deontay Wilder, ain't a weak man. So as a fan, as a real fan, not just a dude that's just going just be right there and yes and yeah, whatever you say. Nah, man, I'm gonna be like if I was your boy right next to you, I'm be like, yo, my brother, don't say nothing. Let's get back in the gym. Let's be prepared. Let's get that savage in us. Don't trust nobody. I don't give a damn. Let's go. Let's get him. Warrior. Take accountability. Even when things is going wrong, take accountability. We eat those. Fuck. Excuse my language. What could have happened, what may happen, it is what it is. You're living right now. And you got another chance. You got another chance to redeem yourself. And those other things just make it look weak and make it sound weak. And y'all know what I'm saying. This is a real Deontay Wilder fan, not a delusional one. So God bless everybody out there. We're one race. We're one race. Sons and daughters of God. Distant relatives. Brothers and sisters. Now, if I hurt your feelings, if you don't hear, y'all want me to just spit that, oh, black power, nah. It's God power, baby. God. God bless and on to the next.